keep my foot right on the net. It wasn't just physically destroyed us mentally. Now we just coming to cash in our check. My people rap about cars and baguettes. My people still got them chains on their neck.
Talk about freedom, but what is this freedom you speak?
How you scream freedom and we in the war? We beg for mercy and they kill us more. We think they changed from what they did before. You trust in them and I trust in the Lord. I can't forget what they did to my father. I can't forget what they did to our mother.
Hey, I'm in the battle for life. I gotta fight for my right. That's biblical rights, not physical rights. They blinded your sight. You think that they for you, but this is a war zone. Yes, this is a war zone.
Trey A, still young. Got a lot of fight in this dog. Never run when it's war. Gotta bite with spark. Gotta bring the light to the dark. And the brights go hard like Flint water. Better pay respect to a guard. Never left a tour. Seen a lot of death in this war. Got a vest in the sword. Still stressing them boys. Hit the devil head on no detours. Had to get it from the ground. No B-boy. Israel united, and Christ be the engine. We teach you repentance, don't get destroyed. Gotta get it for the kingdom, and I need that. Can't look back, can't relapse. I ride with the bishops, won't quit till it's finished. A lion, a Judah, no kitty cat. Now pick up the news, we are the Jews. We got the proof, deacon in the booth. Beat up the track like I beat up these doomians. Hand on their neck, man, I'm bad like I'm Ruben. And flexing on D-Dan, you know what we do. Heathens be wishing we cool, we got the juice. Packing and bagging the fruit, yeah, we in the street with the truth. And this body done grew. Hey, now I'm gon' ride with the crew. It's a car with it like they lose. Agents of Satan, these Edomites do, and I'm applying the pressure like Jesus would do. And they hating me, they can.
I'm in the battle for life. I gotta fight for my right. That's biblical rights, not physical rights. They blinded your sight. You think that they for you, but this is a war zone.
This is a war zone.
Yes, this is a war zone. Hey, tell them we need our advances, and if they ain't got it, then they gotta double up. The payback is troublesome. Prove my identity. If you need scriptures, then we got 100 of them. Ain't risking my freedom, cause I never had that. Descendant of God. Even if this was tennis, boy, you couldn't match that. Striked out, we the light, and you couldn't match that. The Sabbath is here, the building was swole. Boy, you know we packed that. I know they tired of the songs of repentance. I know they praying the Lord don't revenge us. I know I might lose it all if I'm sinning. I know the ending been fixed from beginning, but hey,
Yo, pastor really a heathen. What has he really been teaching?
I'm back on my grizzy, but oops, I mean spiritually. I gotta keep my foot right on the net. It wasn't just physically destroyed us mentally. Now we just coming to cash in our check. My people rap about cars and baguettes. My people still got them chains on their neck.
Talk about freedom, but what is this freedom you speak?
How you scream freedom and we in the war? We beg for mercy and they kill us more. We think they changed from what they did before. You trust in them and I trust in the Lord. I can't forget what they did to my father. I can't forget what they did to our mother.
Hey, I'm in the battle for life. I gotta fight for my right. That's biblical rights, not physical rights. They blinded your sight. You think that they for you, but this is a war zone. Yes, this is a war zone.
Trey A, still young. Got a lot of fight in this dog. Never run when it's war. Gotta bite with spark. Gotta bring the light to the dark. And the brights go hard like Flint water. Better pay respect to a guard. Never left a tour. Seen a lot of death in this war. Got a vest in the sword. Still stressing them boys. Hit the devil head on no detours. Had to get it from the ground. No B-boy. Israel united, and Christ be the engine. We teach you repentance, don't get destroyed. Gotta get it for the kingdom, and I need that. Can't look back, can't relapse. I ride with the bishops, won't quit till it's finished. A lion, a Judah, no kitty cat. Now pick up the news, we are the Jews. We got the proof, deacon in the booth. Beat up the track like I beat up these doomians. Hand on their neck, man, I'm bad like I'm Ruben. And flexing on D-Dan, you know what we do. Heathens be wishing we cool, we got the juice. Packing and bagging the fruit, yeah, we in the street with the truth. And this body done grew. Hey, now I'm gon' ride with the crew. It's a car with it like they lose. Agents of Satan, these Edomites do, and I'm applying the pressure like Jesus would do. And they hating me, they can keep hating me. We got advantage, the angels is loose. Ain't no excuse. You can choose life for a noose. I'm willing to die with the truth. Judah.
I'm in the battle for life. I gotta fight for my right. That's biblical rights, not physical rights. They blinded your sight. You think that they for you, but this is a war zone. Yes, this is a war zone.
when I was young, but he died for the kid. Locked up, put in jail, no one did my bit. I was blind, not a spirit, put my eyes open. Now I'm fine where I'm at, nothing better than this. Hey, better than this. Nothing better than this. Yeah, better than this. Look, nothing's better than this. Oh, I don't need to hit the club no more. No, no. Rolling up on my foes no more. No, no, no. I don't need to hit the drugs no more. No, no.
Day. Welcome to Four Quarters News.
That's right.
I am Captain Zakar to my left.
Captain Tobias.
To his left.
Officer Pangiel.
And to his left.
Officer Azaniah.
And to his left.
Officer Ruben.
And we make up
Four Corners News.
All right, man. Y'all gotta get some light on them, man.
Right.
Y'all got Pangiel looking extra crispy. I ain't gonna say they just crispy. Man. All right, thanks for tuning in Four Corner News, where we bring you the news from all over the world, out of the Bible, letting you know that the Bible is a true book.
That's right.
All right. So we're going to get into it today. It's bigger than Lil Durk. All right. Some of y'all might not know who he is. A lot of these zillennials that we got around me here, they know who he is.
What is that?
Look at him. They defended him already.
Yeah, already, see?
No. Ain't nobody defending. The people got to know who are the zillennials.
Yeah, they're borderline millennials, and some of them was in the Z, the zombies.
Hey, one thing I gotta say though, you gotta see how Cap been playing with the titles. It's bigger than Lil Dirk.
Yeah.
You know, the same way with the other titles. If y'all pay attention to the titles, you'll see something.
Yep, you see some spiritual eyes are going to see. So let's get into it about how it's bigger than Lil Durk. Let's pull up that first article. Let's read that.
ABC News. Rapper Lil Durk arrested in murder for hire plot.
Murder for hire plot. And look who picked him up. What's that say right up underneath that?
He is being held by the U.S. Marshal Service.
So it was the U.S. Marshals that came picked him up. Wasn't no regular precinct. Wasn't no Broward Sheriff Department. No, it's the U.S. Feds came and got him for a murder for hire. Let's get that script, though. And where's that at, Josiah? You just brought that out about the murder for hire. Where's that at? Yep, Deuteronomy 27 and 25. There we go. Let's read that because a lot of people don't know that murder for hire, we call it hitman. That's biblical. That it is not approved of by God. Let's read that script for him.
37 to 35?
27, Deuteronomy 27, 25.
Deuteronomy chapter 27 and verse 25. Cursed be he that taketh reward to slay an innocent person. And all the people shall say, Amen.
Now, see, some people will hear that law and say, no, man, that ain't, He paid somebody to go and do something to somebody else that did something to somebody that he knows. Well, where it goes in the innocent, the person that was paid to do whatever, they didn't do any. That person that he's supposed to kill did nothing to him. That's him. That is him slaying the innocent person. So therefore, the person that is paying somebody to an act of killing of an innocent person, something that they had nothing to do with them, they are guilty, and so is the person that was going to do the murder as well. Both of them are guilty because it's against God's laws first and foremost, and obviously, it's a law here in Babylon the Great, in America, which is based off of God's laws. It's just, they make up a few other things here and there, but it's called a judicial law for a reason. Get that in Romans chapter 13, because the Bible tells us to obey the laws of the land. I want people to understand that. It tells us to obey the laws that are placed in whatever land it is. As long as they do not go against God's law, God said, you better obey those things.
That's right.
Romans 13.
Romans chapter 13, verse 1.
Yep.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
That's for all those that got this, especially all the Haitians out there. I gotta throw it out there. And some of these crazy Judite Negroes, Black Americans that got a fantasy of wanting to overthrow the governments. You have the Moors that are here in America.
Right.
Oh, I'm sovereign.
Sovereign citizens.
I'm a sovereign citizen. I could do that. Then you got the Levite brothers that say, what do they say? I want to be the dictator of Haiti. What? What? Man, God said what? Read that in 13:1 again.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers.
Be subject to the higher powers. Yes, you are captive up under them, and God said, obey them higher powers. Keep reading.
For there is no power but of God.
So that means that God set them up. That means God set them up for our rebelliousness against him. He said, you are going to be subject to the higher powers that are over you. Keep reading.
The powers that be are ordained of God.
They are ordained of God. That's why you've got laws that coincide with the Bible. Murder for hire is slaying the innocent. And God says, thou shalt not do that. All right? Go back to that law. You got something?
Keep reading.
Verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God. And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
That's where Lil Durk is in, right? Damnation. He could be potentially in the, what did it say? Receive damnation, because one, he going against God's laws. And then two, he's them following Allah Iraq.
Yeah.
Right? Read verse 3.
Verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil.
Because a lot of times Christians, they talk about this law and says, well, the law of the land says homosexuality, or they'll go to some other foolish law. Well, everything that goes against God's law is something that we're not supposed to keep.
Mm-hmm.
They try to intermingle this with the stuff that they know we're going to speak against, or God has already spoken against, to say now, oh, well, you got to do everything that Esau tells you to do. But no, God says to do what he says to do.
And you know what's crazy? Talk about something that Captain Zakar said, where Negroes trying to overthrow this government. God says he gives them the power. So when you try to overthrow it, you're trying to fight against God.
Correct.
Right. Good point there. Good point. And I think it's another script too that comes to mind in Timothy. Let's go to that in Timothy. Where's it at, y'all? If y'all can think of it here. Let's see here.
Am I doing that? Say pray for?
Yep. 1 Timothy chapter 2. And I want you to read verse 1 and 2. Let's read.
1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 1. I exhort, therefore, that first of all, supplications, prayers, intercessions, and giving of thanks be made for all men.
Now look at this. Keep reading.
For kings and for all that are in authority, that we may lead a quiet and peaceable life in all godliness and honesty.
Now, see, the Negroes say, man, y'all, hold on, wait a minute. I thought God was against Esau and against the white man and all nations. Why he telling you to pray for them? See, it's wisdom in the scriptures that has to be drawn out or can only be understood by keeping of the commandments, right? Mm-hmm. Get that in. It already told you, right? It said that we might lead a peaceable life in godliness and honesty. I want you to go to Baruch. We're going to go to Baruch chapter 1. And let's read verse 9. So in other words, God's telling you, man, obey the laws of wherever you at, that you may be live a peaceable life. Baruch chapter 1, and let's read 9 through 12.
Baruch chapter 1 and verse 9. After that, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away Jeconias and the princes and the captives and the mighty men and the people of the land from Jerusalem and brought them unto Babylon.
Keep reading.
And they said, behold, we have sent you money to buy you burnt offerings and sing offerings and incense and prepare ye manna and offer upon the altar of the Lord our God and pray for the life of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and for the life of Balthazar, his son, that their days may be upon earth as the days of heaven.
Keep reading.
And the Lord will give us strength and lighten our eyes, And we shall live under the shadow of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and under the shadow of Balthazar, his son. And we shall serve them many days and find favor in their sight.
So that's why God said when you doing prayer, praying for them, it's talking about living a peaceable life, that they don't bother you in your serving of God. That's what he said, Lord, give them whatever they need so they ain't paying no attention to us. Right. Let them get all the bombs they need to have that war going on wherever they at on the other side of the world, so we can call our people in, compel our people to come into the house of the Lord, and that the prophecies can be fulfilled so we can make ourselves ready. So they ain't paying no attention to us until we good and ready for you to turn their eyes on us, and we're going to be prepared spiritually by the time that comes. That's what it's talking about. We ain't praying that make America great again. Right. I'm going to let you know that right now. Ain't none of us praying that. Nope. We
Long
just
live America.
Right.
No.
Hell no. Burn this place.
We praying a different prayer.
Right. There you go. But hey, make sure whoever it is stay in health up there, that don't bother us. That's what we praying for. Man, while we obeying the laws of the land. Go back to that article. Let's read the first few paragraphs so we can see what the details are of the case. Let's pull it up.
Rapper Lil Durk has been arrested in South Florida in a murder for hire plot, according to the Broward County Sheriff's Office. Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Devontae Banks, is being held by the U.S. Marshal Service, records show. Banks is accused of being the leader of a Chicago-based rap collective called Only the Family.
OTF is what their nickname is for it. Go ahead.
That acts as a group of individuals who engage in violence.
In what?
Violence, including murder and assault, at the direction of Banks.
Damn, this is what they're accusing him of, right? He ain't been found guilty of. It's what they're accusing him of. But remember, the U.S. Marshals came and got him.
Right. Okay. The feds came
and got him. Go ahead.
According to a federal criminal complaint filed Thursday in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California.
Now, let's scroll up so you can see that mugshot on, because some people may not know who he is. Now, I did notice, this is what stuck out to me when I was looking at this mugshot of him. Can you scroll down and just see what's on his neck? You see what there's tattooed across his neck right there?
Man, so he's a Christian.
He a Christian thug. He's got blessed across his neck, and the article just said that he's in a OTF, whatever they call it. They said they're really a gang,
right?
And they incite violence in places. They're known for violence, but yet and still, you've got people walking around with blessed on their necks and things as if that represents them. That is an offshoot of Christianity. Right. Christianity makes you think you can kill people, and God still is blessing you.
Blessing you, right? It's the presence of money is the evidence of God's blessing. No matter what you're doing, you could be on a stripper pole making 100 million, you bless. You could be on OnlyFans, have the top OnlyFans, you bless. According to their theology or whatever the hell they call it, that God blesses you no matter what.
So my question is, with Christianity, because it doesn't teach no accountability, where are these pastors that, where are they at trying to correct the youth, try to guide the youth?
Good point.
They only come out when somebody end up dropping dead and they could profit off of other people's death.
Right. Yep. Good point right there, man. Good point. Now you see what he's accused of, the murder for hire, basically paying for a hitman, which goes back to he was doing it because somebody got his friend, so he paid the hitman to go get them, right? In all of it happening, and him being known as a rapper of this OTF thing that he's got, Only the Family, and they've been known for guns and violence, and even with his music. Can you pull up what Chicago did? Can you pull it up? Let's just show you, man, how we are a foolish people. Pull it up. Can you read that? Pull it up for him. Yeah, read that.
Complex. Lil Durk's key to the city revoked after murder for hire arrest just a week after receiving it.
So just 1 week after of him getting arrested for murder for hire, they gave this guy the keys to the city. This is Chicago.
Right.
This is let you know right here that we are spiritually blind to all that is good as a people.
Right.
We give down. It's not like it's not a hidden fact that this guy's music is made up of killing niggas in his music, he's talking about killing niggas, I'm doing this, I'm moving weight, and all of this. And the mayor of Chicago said, you know what?
Let's give him
With all that good he's doing,
Uh-huh.
let's give him the keys to the city to represent us.
Cap, he's the same guy that had a music video called Get It Back in Blood.
Damn, he did.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What these dudes are doing in Chicago, they are incriminating
Scroll
themselves.
down so you can see that picture, son, man. Get the whole thing of it. Go ahead.
They are incriminating themselves in their music, and they say this is real life and this is entertainment. You mind if I just pull a quick
Yeah, go
precept?
ahead.
Go to John chapter 3 and let's read verse 19. Because ain't no possible way that you are a judge, that you are over a whole county, a whole district, and you mean to tell me you didn't do your research before you give somebody a damn key? So that means you love the evil that he's doing as long as you bring the money. Come on, read that.
John chapter 3, verse 19.
Come on.
And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world.
The light that comes into the world is what is Christ. We are the walking light, the people that teach God's statutes and his commandments. The Israelites, the black, Hispanics, and Native American Indians read.
And men loved darkness.
Men love what?
Darkness.
Men love what?
Darkness.
So what you're seeing is that these politicians, they love darkness more than what?
Rather than light.
More than they love Jesus, like they say. Like they Christians, like they say.
But you know, one thing that a lot of people don't know is that the mayor of Chicago received $150,000 from him.
Oh, really?
Lil Durk, yep.
Now it makes sense.
Man, it does, man. Let's give this guy the keys.
That means the key to the city he's receiving is some kilos.
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly what it is, man. And we as a people gotta do better. We ain't supposed to side with the wicked in anything that we are supposed to do. We're supposed to keep ourselves away from wickedness and do the things that are right, but not our people. We side with things that is wrong. So this is just a week after they gave it to him the keys, they took it back. But he was already making this type of music
drill
before.
music.
Right.
Yeah, before.
He was connected. Well, for one, he's in that Chicago neighborhood called, what is it called?
Alamron, meaning it's normal spelled backwards. That's
The neighborhood. What's the name?
O Block.
O Block.
Block.
Yeah.
Old
Right.
Block.
O Block. And yeah, you said the whole name. We know it.
Parks Gardens.
What the hell is this? O Block, right? Where you had King Von, you had all the other people. They're so violent to where I think King Von said, who is that? Meek Mill. Say, hey man, I'm gonna come chill with you in your neighborhood. And he said, damn, at your own risk.
Yeah.
He told him at your own risk, even though he is the top guy in the neighborhood. That means that the little Negroes that's in there, he can't even control them.
Right.
Because Meek Mill said, I'm gonna come chill with you in O Block. And he was like, he don't advise that.
Right.
That's crazy, man. Now, for those that may not know, because I know a lot of us don't know who this guy is. I ain't never even heard one of his songs. I've just seen him on stuff.
Amazing.
Can you pull up that short that we got of one of his songs so you can know who he is or hear the things that he was saying? But the black mayor of Chicago saw fit to give this guy the keys of the city, which other young people saw was like, man, doing what he does, it'll get you in places where just selling drugs can't. It'll take you to the top level.
Crazy. You know for years, and however long these little gangsters been doing whatever they've been doing in O Block, you've known this. They made songs smoking on Tuka, killing people left and right.
Right.
But then you fast forward through all of that and say, yeah, this is a notable citizen. Let me get him the keys to the city, meaning access to things that most people don't have. That's only black people do stupid stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
it.
that.
That's it. Get me that before we go to that video, Jeremiah 6 and verse 13. Only black folk do that. Everybody, when they was giving this guy the key, do we have the picture of that when they gave him the keys to the city? Maybe you can scroll through that article. I know it's a picture that shows that.
And Cap, one thing too, some of his sins he has not repented for. He has not done anything of repentance for.
None of them. None of them.
Jeremiah 6:13. While y'all look for that picture, go to images. Read that for him.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 13. For from the least of them,
One more over. There, you see the picture. Go ahead. One
for
more
from
over.
the least of them, unto the greatest
Y'all
of
looking
them.
at what I'm looking at? Go ahead.
Everyone is given to covetousness.
Everyone's giving the what?
To covetousness.
Why do you think they gave him the keys to the city? Like Officer said, $150,000 donation. This is a good guy.
Yeah.
God says from the least of them even to the greatest. So from the people that is poor, they want what he has. Even the people that's on the top, they got more than him. They want even more to come their way. Every one of them is given to covetousness. Read on.
And from the prophet even unto the priest, everyone dealeth falsely.
Everyone deals falsely. That's why you would have a mayor. Pull up the image now, man. Pull it up. I'm talking, man. Y'all just pull them up. Come on, man. Work with me. Be the armor bearer over there. This is the stuff that goes on.
Right. Because none of the politicians are probably millionaires in Chicago.
Right.
Lil Durk's net worth, as I'm looking at it, is $8 million. On top of that, he has access to other arenas and areas or whatever. So yeah, his millions might not be as much as somebody else, but he's still a millionaire. He's still a celebrity. So therefore, it gives the black politicians that just playing in Esau's kingdom access to things that Esau has had access since hell. We came over here in slavery. Yeah. That's what they're trying. They're trying to maintain the estate of the world and get access to the things that we've been deprived for. It don't matter if it come from a gangster that's killing
drug
folk,
money. They don't care.
Drug money. He got on. He looked like he dressed for prison with that khaki.
So in other words, this world, as long as it benefit off of you, that's the only reason why you are beneficial to them. But the minute that you are not beneficial to this world, that's the minute that they'll sell you out and call you a criminal.
Throw you up under the bus. Yep. Pull up that music video of remember, they gave him the keys of the city, but look at his track record before this. Play the video. Pull it up.
So they got an addy, go, got location, go, green light, go, go, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no. And all them niggas hanging with him, if you know, gang shit. So they got an addy.
Let it play again so the people can hear it. One more time.
Got location, go, green light, go, go, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no. And all them niggas hanging with him, if you know, gang shit.
That they gave him the keys of the city. Chicago.
So just the timeline of events. He didn't just randomly just make that song. It was inspired by a good event to him.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Amazing. And the crazy thing, if you got to give a green light, that means there must be a boss involved, right? It ain't just Negroes running around just killing everybody, creating terror in the city. He's saying that go ahead, go. They got your location.
Got the location.
So that means they picked up the phone and say, yo, hey, Dirk, I got this location. Yeah, green light. Go ahead.
Give me the word.
Yeah.
Give me the word.
And you got the keys to the city? This song's been
crazy.
out.
Now, and pull up the next point about gun violence. Let's just show how that affects the black community. And one of the places that is most affected by it, which is Chicago. Well, excuse me, I want to call it by its proper name. Chirac. It's not even known as it's known as Chirac because it is worse than Iraq violence, and that was an all-out war of countries, and they gave that name to the equivalent of this city. Yeah, this is like Iraq here.
Chicago with the good white folk on the outskirts. That's where they live at. Yeah. Chirac is on the inside. Yeah, on the inside where we at.
Let's pull them up, man, so y'all can see those. Let's read that.
Gun violence is a public health crisis that disproportionately impacts black communities in the United States.
But we give the keys to the city to a rapper that only talks about gun violence in Chicago.
Amazing.
Go ahead.
Homicides. Black Americans are 2.6 times more likely to die from gun violence than white Americans.
Wow. Go ahead.
Black people account for 60% of those killed by firearm homicide each year, despite making up only 14% of the U.S. population.
Amazing. So we make 14%, quote unquote, of the population, but 60% of the gun violence or the murders with guns, black folk.
Yep.
Amazing.
Let's keep reading on it.
Exposure. Nearly 60% of black Americans are exposed to some form of gun violence.
Nearly 60%, y'all.
Man.
They say it's only like 40-something million of us. So that's 20-something million of our, more than half, 25, 30 billion of our people that are exposed to gun violence in some way, shape, or form. Go ahead.
Including being shot, threatened, or witnessing a shooting.
Go ahead.
Disabilities. Exposure to gun violence can lead to disabilities such as difficulty concentrating or dressing. Children, Black children are over 13.6 times more likely to die by firearm homicide than their non-Hispanic white peers.
Let's scroll down. Let's see about young adults, some of your teenagers. Go ahead.
Young adults. Young Black men are nearly 23 times more likely
the
to
same
die.
people around the young Lil Durk's age. They gave him the keys to the city. The people that are listening to his music about location, green light, go, are 23 times more likely to die from the words in his music. And Chicago said, let's give this guy the keys to the city because he does good. Although he's inciting the 23 times more likely of these kids to die, but he donated turkeys for Thanksgiving over here.
Right.
Unjust as a people, man. Go ahead, officer.
Cap, you know what I thought about? That's how they're making America great again, because they're making him the leader of, hey, you know what? We want to make you the face of destroying your own community so we can get back the block.
Damn.
Right.
Good point right there.
Damn good point.
Let's see if we got anything. Cycle of violence.
Cycle of violence. Gun violence perpetuates poverty and creates a cycle of violence that impacts the entire community.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Aren't the mayor and the people that are in government in Chicago, aren't they supposed to make life better, sworn to make life better for the people that are impoverished and create a better standard of living for them? Well, how do you then turn around and then promote the same guy that's making your job harder?
Cat, remember, they are making the standard of living better, but for them.
For them.
Because as long as there's death and there's crime, they still have what?
Good
Jobs.
point.
They go out there and campaign on cleaning up the community because the last politician couldn't do it and the politician before that couldn't do it. They get into office and then they end up siding with the suspects that killed Tuka, whomever, and they slapping the mama in the face because the mama is still there. Yeah. The mama probably voted for him because they say, oh, vote Democrat. You know it's Democrats in the office. We don't give a damn about Democrats or Republican, but they get in the office, the mama vote for him, then the mama end up seeing them give a key to their murderer.
Hey,
That's crazy.
Cap, you made a very good point. It's like they are always voting for somebody that does not have the answer. So why the hell do we keep voting for them?
Right.
That's the whole point. Why the hell are we voting for people that do not have the answers? That's why the Bible says in Daniel chapter 7 that he's 4 and something, that he set up the basis of men. The Bible is a very true book because what you're seeing is these politicians or these people that are set to lead us, they are set to destroy us and they are two-faced. That's what we're seeing.
Unjust as hell, man. So you see that it's just backwards of us as a people. Without the wisdom of God, these commandments to guide us, you do things that just don't make no damn sense to other people. Look at that like, how are they giving keys to the cities to rappers in Chicago of all places? Like, I can see if you did it in damn Utah. Ain't no crime there. It's a bunch of damn profane, what God called profane and fornicators like Esau in Utah. But in Chicago of all places, you promote that type of stuff and put it on TV, man. And then God, this is how God make him look foolish. A week after they gave it to him, they had to take it right back. And now it's plastered all over the damn internet. Everybody can see it like, man, the damn government in Chicago, them black folk, they don't know what the hell they doing.
Hey, Cap, one thing too, God is a genius too, because the minute that he got the key, the people that was growing up with him, they looked at him as like, damn, I could do the things that he does and end up cleaning myself up and be a street criminal. Talk about killing my people just like him, but God had to destroy that image. Yeah, basically.
Good point. Now in this too, he also had decided in the process of killing niggas in his music and doing the things with the group that he's a part of, he also decided to do this. Go to the next article for him. Yep, let's pull it up.
Lil Durk rebrands as devout Muslim.
He did what?
Rebrands as devout Muslim.
Now, this is what y'all gonna realize, our people are gonna realize, man, this idolatrous customs of the other nations that we try to take on and claim it as ours, it does not change the soul that is within us. It don't do it. From what I know, a lot of the Muslims of our people stay in Philly and areas of that nature, and it's a bad rap on a lot of them. That up there, like, man, they drug dealers, they this, they that, they do this. Get that in Jeremiah where God spoke about us going into these daggone religions, especially Islam. Jeremiah chapter 2, ain't it? Let's read that 2:27.
Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 27. Saying to a stock, thou art my father, and to a stone.
To a stone is what we say. Go ahead.
Thou hast brought me forth, for they have turned their back unto me.
That's what we actually do when we go into rebranding ourselves as devout this and devout that. We're actually turning our back on God. That's why that nothing really changes for us as a people. We rebrand ourselves as Christians and put on these fake diamond chains of crosses and go up and get awards of I want to have sex with every girl in the world. I'll move weight from here to damn Alaska. I got more snow than the damn Minnesota, all of that type stuff. And you end up in divorce. Yo, geez. You end up in divorce. Or you end up getting killed, or you end up always got to watch your back, or you can't go nowhere. Your life is really in shambles. If it wasn't for the security that you pay $100,000, $200,000 a year, you would be really jacked up. It wouldn't be all good as they portray it to be to us in front of the camera. They got $300,000 worth of security because God says that you turn your back unto him. Ain't no protection from God. That's why you got to buy all of this stuff around you to make it seem like God is blessing you, because God been and banded you. You got to get Satan's soldiers to protect you when you doing all this evil out here, especially rebranding yourself as Muslims and going after this and going after that, man. That stuff don't change us as a people because it ain't no law in that. And the law is spiritual. Get that in Romans 7:14.
Oh, praise God. I was just thinking.
You great pull that? Go ahead.
I was
bring
just
it out.
thinking about it because a lot of times our people think that, when they do the evil, no consequences comes behind it. It's the same thing when you do the good. When you do the good, it's already a law set by God saying, listen, these are spiritual laws. If you follow the blessings of the true blessings, real blessings will come from God. But when you do the evil, expect the evil that comes with it.
Good point. Good point. Let's read that. Romans 7. Let's read that in verse 14.
Romans chapter 7, verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual.
The law is what?
Spiritual.
The law is spiritual. That and this is why a lot of these people are in the industry and they are converting to Islam. Another one was Brittany Renner, the woman that she got famous for getting pregnant by a basketball player and just being wild out there in the street. She a woman. The other one was Kyrie Irving, right? He rebranded himself as a Muslim. You got other rappers, French Montana, he all of a sudden, he a Muslim. And then now this guy, Lil Dirk, he a Muslim and things of that nature. The reason why ain't no real change, they just using that as protection in the industry, is because they don't apply no law of God in Islam. They not wearing fringes. They not keeping the Sabbath day holy as God had prescribed them to do. They not celebrating Passover. Those are laws that change the spirit that is within you. What it is with they think is, okay, I'm not going to obey God's laws, but I am going to practice them in principle. That's what they do. And they go to Islam and be like, oh, see, thou shalt not kill. I love my brother. I don't do this.
Yeah,
I don't
like
keep no
something
laws. Yeah, I don't do this. Nah, I keep that in principle. I love my brother. I love him. what's that? Ashe Shalom, whatever.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Yeah, they do all of that, man. Ain't no spirit in that. So even though you may try to rebrand yourself in these things, running from the discipline of God's laws, it don't change the spirit within you. That's why you can rebrand yourself as a devout Muslim, and you still paying people to go kill them niggas that did something to your friend.
Right.
It don't work.
Go ahead. And you know how that ain't for God, right? When you look in the prison system, right? Who's in the prison system, right? You have the Aryan Brotherhood, whatever. They're 90 or 100% Christian, right? But then you got the Crips and the Bloods. They also Christian,
right?
Right. But then you got the Aryan Brotherhood and the white folk. You got the Bloods and the Crips and whatever other gang. But then you also have the Muslims that set themselves up that gangs in the prisons too. You either got to choose. You go in prison, you're going to be with the white folk if you're white folk.
Right.
If you're not white folk, you're going to be with the Bloods, Crips, GDs, whomever. But then if you don't want to be with them, the only other option that you have in prison is the Muslims.
Yep.
Which is a gang in themselves inside the prison.
Religious gang.
Religious gang. Because you don't mess with this side, you don't mess with the middle side, and then the other side has protection the same way the Bloods and the Crips and the GDs and everybody else. How?
Right.
Because they with the same foolishness, they bringing drugs in here in the pages of their little books or in their anal cavity or wherever they bringing the same drugs in the prison. With a what they wear, a dashiki? I don't know what they wear. They wear something.
Whatever it is, the kufi. They had it in the kufi, I guess. You know. Go to that next one where he mentioned about his newfound faith as well. And I believe his father just got out of prison and influenced him in this manner, and he came out and spoke on these things. Pull it up and look what it says. Read that.
Lil Durk reaffirms Muslim faith and denounces gang life.
What does it say up underneath that?
I don't gang bang. I'm a Muslim.
I don't gang bang. I'm a Muslim.
Sound like O.J. Simpson.
Oh yeah.
I ain't black no more. I'm O.J.
I'm O.J.
Okay.
So the thing where those things can come out of our mouth and people believe or it sound good to the people that are in deep sleep is because that on the surface, as long as you say something, your actions don't have to change. As long as you say it, people will believe you and ride with you and say, oh man, he's turning over a leaf. And they ain't really seen no change in you,
right.
But you just said it, so it sounds good. That's the world. Give me that Psalms 19, because still dealing with that, how our people try to run to different faiths, which is idolatry, to try to run from the discipline of God's laws. It don't work. In Psalms 19:7.
Psalms chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect.
The law of God is perfect. And what does it do?
Converting the soul.
That's what changes your soul. So you go into Islam, you go into Buddhism, you go into spirituality, you can go into damn Scientology, you can go into Hinduism like Tina Turner did back in the day, the Nam Yam Ringio that she was doing in the movie. That's for y'all. None of y'all millennials know what that is, man. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all zombies, Generation Z. But that don't change nothing because the law of God is perfect. That is what changes your soul. It converts you. And unless you apply that, no matter what idolatrous religion you find yourself in, you will revert back to the ways of the flesh.
Right.
Just like he did. Now, read that again, go back to it, and let's scroll down to it.
Lil Durk reaffirms Muslim faith and denounces gang life.
Let's read the paragraph in there.
Lil Durk is firm in his Muslim faith and swears off his old life as proof. On Sunday, August 18th, the Chicago rapper took to Instagram with a new post about his life and where he is mentally.
I'm going to let y'all know this too, man. The things that come out of y'all mouth, man, God is going to judge people for it, especially when you're on a higher level and can influence more people than just a regular Joe Schmo that's in a daggone barbershop working in a damn factory and whatever, unloading trucks. The higher you up in this world's eyes and the more things that you say that can influence people, God gonna judge you for that because you've got more of Satan's powers to use for destruction. God said, I can't let this go. I got to judge them, man. And the things that come out of your mouth, if it's going to influence a lot of people, that judgment coming quick, man.
That's
It is coming.
Because
Go
the
ahead,
purpose, because our purpose is to go out and teach God's people, right? Our purpose is to make our forehead stronger, get stuff, and teach the gospel regardless. Some are gonna listen, but the majority are not gonna listen. But you know who they will listen to at all costs is Lil Durk. Because when Kyrie Irving started talking about it, everybody what's the other rapper named Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Start talking about it. Everybody. Can I come to the school? Why? Because a man with money and influence can influence way more people than we can. So God says, "Hey, I got a heavy judgment for you because the purpose is to get the kingdom of heaven for His children. You just wiped out a whole city worth of God's children.
A whole generation. Go back to that article. I want you to read that second paragraph and look what it said. Read that.
I don't gangbang. I'm a Muslim.
I don't gangbang. I'm a Muslim, man. Go ahead, read on.
The Grammy Award winning artist wrote basically what I was saying on my post in so many words. You can't do both. I'm gonna be the one who says it.
Come on, man. God gonna judge y'all.
Right.
You got these big platforms and people listening to you. Man, he coming for you because what you don't realize is that you made a pact with Satan.
Right.
You sold your soul to Satan for you to receive monetary gain from the evil that you spew. It don't work like that. Nowhere in the Bible you gonna read where people did evil and God said, I'm gonna bless that right there. That's not biblical. Go ahead, officer.
And you know how you know it's evil with him and Kyrie Irving? When they say that, the media never goes after them.
There you go.
Right.
That's how you know they're in agreement with them speaking that evil. If they said it was Israelites, he'd be done. He'd be in jail right now. Oh, we found some more evidence. Lock him up.
Well, yeah, he's guilty before he even get here. Guilty.
Guilty.
Now, give me that in Sirach chapter 9. I'm going to show you what we got to stop doing as a people because it's destroying us as a wholesale, as a nation. Sirach chapter 9, I want you to read verse 11.
Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 9 and verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
That's what we do. And it's in the form of being rappers, right? We envy the glory that they receive. Go ahead.
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
That's why God said you better not envy what he got, because you don't know what's coming for him. The stuff that go come out his mouth, you think it's good to say. That money that you see in them videos with them special effects to make the stuff shine a little bit more and make it more enticing. That's what Satan do. God said you better not envy them. You don't know the end that's coming for them, because you don't know the dirt that they are doing, although they are speaking out of their mouth. Oh, I don't gang, man. I'm Muslim. I'm this, I'm that. God said, don't envy the glory of a sinner. They're not keeping these commandments. Don't follow after their ways. Read verse 12.
Delight not in the thing that the ungodly have pleasure in, but remember they shall not go unpunished unto their grave.
Well, God ain't playing. That's what I'm saying. The stuff that come out of your mouth, especially when you're on a higher level in Satan's hierarchy, he's not playing. God said you ain't gonna go unpunished. And sometimes that judgment come quick. God merciful. Yeah, he merciful. He extended mercy to all of us, knowing that we would be under Babylon's trick bag and caught up in their daggone system of being blinded with the fornication that's gone throughout all the world. But God said, don't envy what they do, because remember, they are not going to go unpunished to their grave. They're going to get judged somewhere along the way. Best believe it.
And this is that punishment, because when he said this in the article, that was back in August, right? It's now almost November. The feds don't move fast. Local police and detective, whatever, they'll move. Oh, man, we got, he just did this. They'll rush in and do whatever. The feds move slow. And they make sure they cross every T and dot every I before they get you. Why? Because they work on a what's it called? A prosecution of 100, close to 100%. They want
99%.
They want their prosecutions to go 100% or 99.9%. So they know they can't rush. So now he talking to Yin Yang in August. He got picked up in November, almost November. How far did they go back?
Good point.
How far did they go back? That's why when they got him, they sent whoever to get him. Now they put it in front of him. You know he done messed up, right? You know he done messed up.
And,
Oh man.
and even in this article, if we could pull it up in this last paragraph right here, he even said it. Read that.
So if you follow me as a
There you
brother,
go.
a friend, an icon, follow me to my new chapter of life, he added. When I make music, rap what I've seen and been through, not telling you to go do it. Huge difference. The music won't change.
The what?
The music won't
So
change.
basically, all that he said was fluff before. Yeah, I don't want you to go do it, but I'm going to influence you to go do it.
I'm going to still get this money.
But
the music won't change, but my life goes will.
so all he's doing, he's taking Islam and he's using that as a mask, as a cover up, so he could appear righteous, just
Now,
like
see,
Satan does.
That's a good point. Now, see, that's the thing of why I was saying earlier, our people run to these idolatrous religions because they make room for you to say one thing and do another. When you come to God, your life better match up with the words that are coming out of your mouth, man.
Right?
Get that in Sirach chapter 1. I think it's Sirach chapter 1. Let me double check here. Sirach chapter 1. Let me see. Go to it. Sirach chapter 1. And I'm looking at 2. No wonder. Sirach chapter 1, and I want you to read. Let's start at verse 5. We're gonna jump around.
Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 and verse 5. The word of God most high is the foundation of wisdom. And her ways
That's fountain, ain't it?
No, I'm sorry. Fountain of wisdom. And her ways are everlasting commandments. To whom have the root of wisdom been revealed? Or who have known her wise counsels? Unto whom has the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest? And who has understood her great experience? There is one wise and greatly to be feared, the Lord sitting upon his throne. He created her and saw her and numbered her and poured her out upon all his works.
Now, here's the point. Now, jump to chapter 5. This is what I wanted, verse 10. So the word of God is wisdom, right? Now, read that Sirach 5, verse 10.
Sirach chapter 5, verse 10.
Why you can't mask what you do in your actual life and say something different out of your mouth. It don't work with God. Read that.
Be steadfast in thy understanding.
Be steadfast in thy understanding. Always seeking knowledge. Read.
And let thy word be the same.
You can't say one thing and do another when it come to God. No, you can't do that. Your life has to match up with what is coming out of your mouth. So you can't talk about guns and whoredom and getting this and getting that, and you're not living that life. God said you got to live it and you got to be speaking it at the same time. Because you know what that's called, what God called that? He called it hypocrites.
Yeah.
He called it hypocrites.
That's why they go to Islam. There's no guide. There's no law. There's nothing. You put on that kufi and whatever that little dress thing is, whatever. And you go, hell, they ain't even going to do no Hajj. They ain't going to do none of that stuff. They just do it for the gram.
Yeah,
right? So, they go and do that, but secretly, they just do it to get more likes and more views. Oh, he made a change in his life. Oh, look, a Lil Dirk. He didn't do nothing.
I'll tell you why they do it. They do it to try to get the feds up off their back.
That's
To make them think that they doing something righteous. They ain't fooling them. Go ahead, officer.
Yeah, let me get James chapter 3. Read verse 10, because, he said his music is not going to change. And, that stuff is not going to fly with God. Read that.
James chapter 3 and verse 10. Out of the same mouth proceeded blessings and cursing.
So one minute he's going to say, peace, my brother. I saw our maker.
Yeah.
And then the other minute he's going to say, give him the green light. It's time to go.
Murder, death, kill.
Right, read.
My brethren, these things ought not so to be.
Now go down to verse 13.
Verse 13. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of a good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom.
Meekness of wisdom. That's how you're supposed to speak, not that violent stuff that you're talking about. That's why that Muslim stuff is not going to work.
Not going to work for us as a people, man. Now, and we went out onto the streets because we are a professional news network.
Right.
We went out onto the streets to see what was the thought of our people with this case going on, because it's went viral. Everybody knows about it, especially the hood, because they listen to this guy. So let's see how Officer Josiah and the street team for the F4 Corners News, what the people thought. Let's go to that.
Check. Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless. Officer Josiah, I'm here with
Big man.
Big man. Now check it out. You listen to Lil Durk?
Yeah.
Just heard you bumping him in your car, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think about him getting arrested?
It's up, man. I mean, you know, excuse my French, messed up, you know? It's just like, hey, you think your homeboy ain't your homeboy, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's what happened, man.
What do you think about Lil Durk's arrest?
Sure. I think it's false. It's a false arrest.
You think it's a false arrest? So you think that it's a lie? He don't deserve it?
He don't deserve it.
Okay, you think he don't deserve it. So you heard about the Lil Durk's arrest, right?
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
Okay, so what do you think about Lil Durk getting arrested?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's prison. You don't really want to see everybody in prison, but shit, you never know.
Okay. I think it's messed up. Now, you know the type of music that he makes, you know, so he makes the drill music and stuff like that. How do you think that the music he makes influences the youth? They love young cats. What you think?
I mean, he inspired a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, young and old. So, I mean, it happened to the best of us, you know what I mean?
Knowing that he makes drill music, the music that he raps about, what he talks about, all that stuff.
Yeah.
How do you think it influences the youth?
I feel like some music that he makes is for, you know, he obviously makes drill music. So the drill music is basically for people that, you know, want to listen to, you know, this generation, we listen to mostly people killing and doing all that. Yeah, but some music that he makes is love music. So I like his love music, but the drill music, I don't really listen to that.
Oh, think about it. The music that you hear Lil Durk rapping about, the drill music and all that, how do you think it influences the youth, our youth?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It kind of, you know, it kind of push it towards, like, you know, when, let's say if I listen to it right now and one of my homies is down, I'm gonna have to feel like, you feel me, I might have to do the same thing that he did, just a little bit. But if you really got a strong mindset, you don't really got to go there.
Okay, so you got to have a strong mind to resist.
To resist from it.
So it does have an influence, right?
Yeah, it kind of do. It do. Yeah,
Okay.
it do.
It do. So we're going to touch on that as well. So watch this. So it says, cursed be he that taketh reward to slay an innocent person, and all the people shall say amen. So it says the person who takes money to go kill someone, that person is cursed. That's what God says. So think about that. That is a sin. So the person who takes the reward is in sin, but also the person who gives the reward to go kill someone is also in sin.
In sin, yeah.
Right? So God is against people doing that. You understand? So now think about it. If God is against people doing that, should we be saying, hey man, free Lil Durk, damn it, free Lil... Should black people be doing that?
God. Low key, I think, because I don't want to see him free, because at the end of the day, the system, that's what it was made for, to fail us, you feel me? Like, they want to bring us down, but for what he did, I feel like there should be some type of consequences towards it.
Okay.
But him being in prison and not discriminate the death penalty, and like, that's fucked up, you know? Because at the end of the day, he's a human being just like us. He was just trying to do it for his friend.
My last question to you is this. After reading that scripture, right, and knowing everything, do you think people should be saying free Lil Durk and having shirts that say free Lil Durk?
Free him. Why not?
Okay.
I don't think no man should be behind that wall, despite the fact of what they done.
Okay.
You know? I mean, everybody has their own opinion, but I'm a known factor of it because I just came from behind the wall, and I don't want nobody to be going through what I just went through. So that's where it's at. You know what I'm saying? Who want to be away from their family members or their child or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what we see now is a lot of people saying, free Lil Durk, free Lil Durk. Now, knowing that God is against that, what he just did, do you think people should be saying, hey, free Lil Durk? What do you think?
I mean, like I said, he gotta go through the trials and tribulation to find out if he's right or wrong.
Okay. So now, I just want to let you know this. U.S. Marshals, FBI, they have a 99% conviction rate. They don't arrest him until they have all the evidence to convict him. So they would arrest him unless they had all the evidence to convict him. So I'm just going to read this last one for you. This is Romans chapter 13. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you what happened to Lil Durk. So this is it right here. And this is what happens. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 1. It says, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, right? For the people, you know, who rule, whatever.
Yeah.
For there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God, right? So God put these people in power. He controls it because he's one that's truly in power, right? Yeah. So look what it says. Whosoever therefore resisted the power, resisted the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Meaning this, you in prison, that's damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the without then not be afraid of the power. So shouldn't you be afraid who God put in power? So if he was doing good, he wouldn't be in that position.
In that situation. You have a point. You have a point.
You see where we're going? So since he was doing evil and in sin, now he's in that situation.
So if he was doing good, he wouldn't be in that situation to begin with. Or he wouldn't be convicted in that situation to begin with.
All right, so there you go. And hey, Shalom, Israel, Most High Christ bless. Back to the studio.
Right.
But they still don't think justice should be brought on him. We side with the unjust as a people. Pull up that image that I got. They literally have these shirts online right now. Look at that. The free Lil Durk. These quick. They up quick for our people. And I guarantee you're gonna see you can scroll down and look through some of them. You're gonna see these things throughout within a day. They are going to be in your hood near you.
Those shirts should say, take Jesus, give us Barabbas.
Exactly right, man. Damn, that's how our people are. We got to do
Crazy,
better.
man.
That's why the Lord says there's no justice or judgment in the land. Man, the Lord has destroyed us because when evil stuff like this happened, we said that from way back then.
Yeah.
Christ ain't did nothing, but we rather have a murderer out.
Yep. Side with the evil.
Damn. Bro.
Give me that in Isaiah chapter 59. Look what God says. Isaiah chapter 59. And I want to read verse 3. Man, it's good. Just start at verse 1. Look at this. This explains us as a people. No doubt we are the Israelites. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 1. Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear.
Now, and a lot of people think God has abandoned us in our situation, our oppression here in America. So we've decided to side with enemies. We decided to side with the evil. Anyone that is glorious in our eyes, no matter what evil they have done, we side with them, thinking God don't hear us no more. But this is the reason why. Verse 2.
But your iniquities have separated between you and your God.
It's the sins that we are in. And those sins go into also what? To us siding with the wicked. We're not supposed to do that as a people. Keep reading.
And your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear.
He will not what?
He will not hear.
He will not hear. Go ahead.
For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies.
This is it right here. Our lips have spoken lies as a people. We know that people do wrong. We know people that have killed other people. We know people that have stole. We know people that have done wrong to other people. And yet we will say, Oh man, nah, freedom, man. Hey, nah, they ain't do nothing wrong, man. Hey, it happens, man. Still, don't put him in jail. Nah, man, just let him roam. You do know that he paid somebody to kill another person. Man, I don't even care, man. Still, don't put him in jail. What should we do with him, man? Just let him flee the country. Let him flee the country. This is the things that we say. Our mouth speak, our lips speak lies. Read on.
Your tongue has muttered perverseness.
God, that's us. Our tongue utter perverseness. We won't speak the truth, even when we know what we should say. The correct thing. We know what we're saying is wrong. We are still going to lie in perverseness just to side with evil. That's how wicked our soul has become without the law of God. Now read this, verse 4. This is the point.
None calleth for justice.
Man, we don't want no justice.
Nope.
Hey man, this rapper dead, this person over here dead, that person over here dead. Man, we don't want no justice, man. This niggas die every day, B. Just let it happen, man. Hey, the communities of the black neighborhood is rampant with drugs and gangs and theft and all the other and prostitution. Man, just let it be, man. Let us do our thing. None call for justice. Read on.
Nor any pleaded for truth.
We want the lies. We want the lies. You speak the truth, they cash you out. Man, nigga, get out of here, man. What you doing? It's telling us the truth. We want to hear lies up in here.
Even with the music, we talking about Lil Durk. Even when the conscious music come out, people don't want to listen to that.
Nah.
Even if it's telling you to stop doing this and have a certain way about yourself and take care of your families and whatever, nobody want to hear that. They want to hear the perverseness. They want to hear the tongue that mutters lies and the lips that speak of lies and the murders and the blood. They want to hear the drill music. They want to hear the drill music. So when somebody says, yo, they start rapping that brings some consciousness to you.
Man, get that out of
man.
Here. Turn it off, man.
They career go like this and out.
Keep reading, finish it out.
They trust in vanity and speak lies. They conceive mischief and bring forth iniquity.
And bring forth sin. I want you to pull up his next video and look at, this is what our people, how we speak lies. We side with those that are perverse. We don't call for justice. I'm going to play the video, and then I'm going to look at the comments. Y'all got to start looking at the comments. Comments is where you'll find out what's going on in people's minds in the world.
Yep.
Play that video.
Watch closely as Lil Durk saves King Von from life in prison by a simple but effective cough.
Have you ever been convicted of? Have you ever no experiences doing nothing? I ain't,
Look at this.
He read the room.
It got quiet.
Well, the album is out right now.
Man, pause it, and they changed the subject.
Yeah.
He was about to say something about somebody that he murdered or murders. He coughed. Hey, don't say nothing. Nobody, everybody in the room was like, they understood. Hey, you about to incriminate yourself. Now, drop us. I want you to read the comments and look what people said about that. Go ahead, Cap.
Before you go there, a person that can do that and stop a conversation with a cough, who is he?
He's a boss.
He the ringleader.
He's the boss.
He's El Jefe.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Lil Von as the murdering demon that goes around. They call him a demon. He calls himself a demon, or he called himself a demon. But as he's speaking, Lil Durk, all he did was that, and you saw Lil Von, whatever his name is, get low and start looking back like,
should I say this?
That means that Lil Durk ain't as, I'm a Muslim as I think I am. I even control this whole podcast right now with my cough.
You say you don't have a green light.
Everybody start, because if Lil Von is out there doing, who you think gave him the green light to do it?
Mm-hmm. Now look at the comments. How our people perverse this. We go to those that are in iniquity. Our fingers are full of blood, and we don't call for justice. Read start from the top. Read on down.
That quote unquote word hit different. The whole room knew what the F was going on.
The whole room knew that you're about to convict yourself, man. Keep reading.
The fact Von shut up says a lot about the respect he had for Dirk.
There you go. Keep reading.
The look Dirk gave him after the cough and the recognition of Von's face speaks volumes.
Keep going.
Charlemagne, anytime he asked a question.
Keep going.
The fact that the entire room knew what was said is nuts.
Go ahead.
Like my grandma used to say, don't talk so damn much. Those are old school words to live by.
Keep going. Nobody's saying, man, that's wrong what he done. Go ahead.
The cold stare from Dirk said it all. A whole conversation with no words even spoken. Dirk shut that conversation down immediately. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
That's our people right there. That's what our people do. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. And if they do know about it, they don't say nothing about it.
Only time they say something about it is if the police do something. But everybody want to tell them.
Yeah.
Everybody want to say, yeah, the officer did. Everybody want to have every single. They got the Ring cameras. You can have access to everything if the police do it. Okay, but when Pookie and Ray Ray is the one that's making the property value go down, do something. You don't say nothing. You give them the cough.
That's the comment that says it all right there with the F.
Yeah,
it says, always protect your people. If your people aren't looking out like this, they aren't the ones.
Look at that. Stupid, our hands are full of blood. We are compliant with the wicked of our people. Read the next one.
That's one of them old school calls. These podcasts and media is something else.
There you go. Our people ain't nobody saying, man, that was wrong with it. Yeah, man. Everybody's like, man, hey, it's a good job. It's good what he done, stopping him from saving himself from getting life in prison. It's good what he done. Man, we are wicked as a people. Go to that next one. That next one by, I believe it's guy, I forget his name. He's one of them. He's a comedian, news guy. But he spoke on what drill rap is because a lot of people don't actually know what that is. But remember, it's bigger than Lil Durk, right? We just building up to it. Hit that.
Trevor Noah. Go ahead.
To 2:30. And one of the worst places that they allow this stuff is that place. It's a website called World Star Hip Hop. Oh man, that's the devil. The devil runs that. I'm tell you that right now. 2:35. Go to 2:35. Timestamp 2:35. There we go. And this. Music just ain't music, man. Music has a spirit behind it. They told you where the music originated from. Chicago. Well, before the music even came out, which it started in the 2010s, what was Chicago already known for? Murder, kill, black on black violence, young black men shooting and killing each other. That was known about Chicago before the music was ever created. So if the originators of the music put this out into the earth, what type of spirit do you think carries forth with the music? Murder, death, kill. That's not going to change. That's right. Now keep playing. That guy Pop Smoke, right? Yep. Dead. He got popped. He got popped. You know what happened to this guy here? Julio Fulio. These are drill rappers. Dead too. That's because the music behind it, it's a spirit behind it. Let's go to that in Samuel, man. Give me that in the book
of 1 Samuel. If y'all know where it is, let me know. I'm shooting from the hip with it. Where we at?
1 Samuel 16.
Yeah. Sounds about right. 1 Samuel chapter. 1 Samuel chapter. Oh, yeah. It's a little further. 1 Samuel chapter. Where we at with it? 18. 1 Samuel chapter 18, I believe it is. No, not right there. Right. It's 19 and
19 and
20. Is that what I want?
Yep.
Okay, let's read that.
1 Samuel chapter 19 and verse 20. And Saul sent messengers to take David. And when they saw the company of the prophets prophesying, and Samuel standing as appointed over them, the Spirit of God was upon the messengers of Saul.
No, it's 16, 14, 15. 16. Who said 16 first? Somebody was right with that. Okay, 16, 14, 15. Yep.
1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 14. But the Spirit of the Lord departed from Saul, and an evil spirit from the Lord troubled him.
Now watch this. Read.
And Saul's servant said unto him, Behold now, an evil spirit from God troubleth thee. Let our Lord now command thy servants, which are before thee, to seek out a man who is a cunning player on a harp. And it shall come to pass, when the evil spirit from God is upon thee, that he shall play with his hand, and thou shalt be well.
Why would an evil spirit leave when David played the harp? It's because it's a spirit within music. It can remove spirits from you, or it can bring spirits upon you. So with this music called drill music, what you think's gonna come behind it? It originated from a place where they are all about murder and killing each other and gang violence. And this is my street over here. This is that. It's engulfed in that. So the spirit behind it, wherever it goes, it's gonna be that. That drill music is also in London, on the other side of the world. What you think happens in London with drill music rappers? It's murder amongst them. It's murder in the neighborhoods of people that listen to the music. No matter where the music is, it's a spirit behind it. It's going to bring whatever spirit that comes with it.
Just like you just read, that music can bring righteousness or soothe evil spirit. 1 Corinthians 15, verse 33, right? Because all of this is communication, whether it be verbal, whether it be with the guns, that's a form of visuals, the girls, the women, it promotes all types of stuff. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. Be not deceived.
So God starts this off with be not deceived, because there's people out there. I remember people who say, well, it's just music.
Yep.
It ain't really this or it ain't really that. It's just music. You're going too far with it. God says,
be not deceived.
Read.
Evil communications corrupt good manners.
That evil communication is going to corrupt you spiritually. It's going to corrupt you mentally. You're not going to be able to think right. You're not going to be able to even listen to good music, as they say, whether it be instrumental, it's boring. You got to hear that somebody's head got blown off their body for it to be good music, because it's corrupted you to be evil. And Julio Fulio is your favorite rapper when his music is trash. Lil Durk, music is trash, but he's your favorite rapper. Why? Because you hear something different. Your spirit has now become corrupt.
Now, I'm going to tell you this too. Expound on that scripture. It's a good scripture you pull, how music is spiritual, and you'll know how it corrupts you. And it's corrupted a lot of our kids today. What is pull an image back up of him that's rapping right there. Pull it up. What is the image that a lot of our young kids have today? They look like that with the hoodies on, the thick long dreads, the unkept hair, looking like wild beasts on the street. That they have been, even their image has been corrupted. Yep. Not just their soul, their spirit. What's inside of you, it manifests outside. So this is a warning to those that got kids. They start looking like this, you know what type of music they listening to when you're not around. I'm telling you that right now. You can tell who they are looking at on YouTube, in the videos. These are the people that they are seeing, and they are emulating them. They are being corrupted inside of their spirit. Don't give them what they say, what their grades look like, whatever. Oh, he's a good kid. He's being corrupted by the evil communication that he sees and that he's hearing. He's taking on those characteristics. It's only a matter of a time before he's out from up under your hand and your watchful eye before he starts acting like what he sees and hears. It's going to happen. God is not a man that he should lie. It's going to corrupt you.
That's why you got to be very careful with some of the words that you speak in the type of music that you're putting out, because what we read in 1 Samuel chapter 16, that's the beat. But with the beat is coupled with the words. Go to Proverbs 13 and read verse 2 real quick. That's why God says your words matter. Your words matter.
Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 2. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth.
Come on.
But the soul of the transgressors shall eat violence.
So if you speaking life unto people, guess what? They're going to get life. But if you're speaking violence unto people, guess what happens? You are surrounded by violence. You're going to die.
I looked up the word drill just to see what it meant. You know, the Urban Dictionary, of course. It says to murder or otherwise severely injure someone.
Damn.
Slang associated with gang violence.
So this is kill music.
Right. And then I scroll down. It says drill is commonly referred to as killing another gang member. The term drill was said to have been used by Chicago gangster Al Capone.
Damn.
So it goes way back there.
Way back. Murderous.
They just picked up a murderer and say, let's envy them and do whatever they do.
It's the spirit behind it. Let's play the rest of that video. Never end the cycle. So the drill music, for those that didn't know, is people dissing each other, talking about killing each other, right? It's a slang word for that. Go to that next video. Let's play a minute or two of that.
I'm in a session, got more Jones in my presence.
Pause it.
It's all about.
Look at the look. Y'all see the look, right?
The hoodie, the
I'm
dreads.
telling y'all, we talking about hoodie, the dreads. We talking about how it corrupts you, right? What goes in the music, it's got a spirit behind it. Now watch what we're about to see from how he looked. Hit play.
Sending blessings, sending messages. Amari Morell is Jacksonville born and raised. He's a rapper, a talented one too, with a sound that embodies a new generation of hip-hop artists. Trash. A generation of artists who some say, fairly or unfairly, are being blamed for a spike in violence across the country.
Another local rapper is dead. Late last night, officers responded to calls of shots fired.
Violence that has already claimed the lives of too many. While that blame has taken many forms over the years, lately that subgenre drill it's had the biggest target on its back. It's immensely popular, hard-hitting, and the lyrics are provocative. What is drill?
In layman's terms, it's like a subgenre of hip-hop, right? The dissing is what established, oh, this is a drill record. They're dissing each other, they're calling each other's names out, which was like new. Like before in hip-hop, if you diss somebody, you really didn't say their name. It was like subliminal. And so all that context made what drill is. It's like direct, diss music, beefing.
And he ain't getting touched by nothing. Remember, we just mentioned him. He's dead. You probably heard of the popular names. The late Pop Smoke out of New York. Chicago's Chief Keef. He ran. Meaning that he ain't came back to where he came from. Now, a new crop of artists have taken up the mantle. Like Brooklyn rappers Fabio Foreign, Chef G, Trash. Even the viral Bronx native Ice Spice's sound is influenced by the new style of drill. The term drill was coined by the late rapper Pac-Man. Skip this. Skip some of this. Let me see. Go through this video. But everyone agreed. Jacksonville, Florida is one of the latest American cities to see a huge rise in young drill artists.
3 Jacksonville men face charges after a reported ambush targeting rapper Young and Ace. Arms have become increasingly prevalent in these videos, with content that insults and challenges rival gangs and groups. They can lead to acts of retaliation.
It's gang music. Over the last few years, Jacksonville has seen an uptick in homicides. Cut, skip all this, man. Skip that, skip it. These is questions about a young person's future in the new rap game.
This the man cave right here.
Now remember, this is the spot. It's him and his sister.
Mari 4 times and Baby 4 times, respectively.
Her name, Baby 4 times.
They're hoping to build out a studio in the shed. But for now, they're making it work in their mom's closet.
This is where you walk in when you're ready to record a song. Do you bring a mic in, or how does it work?
I use an Apple headphone.
This is how much deceiving
And
this
boom,
music has done.
If the door is open and my sister, she right there in a cord running through here to where we can't shut the door and she mastering it, I would turn my back so I would keep my surround sound over here.
Mari's dream is to make a name for himself in hip-hop. In 2023, that more or less means embracing drill. Alright, skip this trash.
Genre and law. Not
That's
vehicles.
him. That's his music, right?
Views.
Now look at this. That's his mama right there, right?
Where do we draw the line?
Pause
Where
it.
do we get to?
Guess who that is? Maybe his daddy. That's his daddy! This boy got a 2-parent household. Both his parents work. It's real. Let it play. But look at how he look.
As soon as I get off this mic.
That's his mama.
What is it that we have? People getting beat up. People getting
Look how he look, though.
I'm curious How has this affected you guys? They lost a brother to the street in violence.
Pause it. That's they dead. Both them married. And they got an older brother that's 30-something years old.
And look at the subliminals though. This tab back one. Look who's in between. The husband and the wife. The husband's supposed to be sitting here. This dude should be somewhere else. But what she did, she sided with her children. And he's here, and the daddy on the other side of the table. Talking across the table. There's no united front. You can't tell that boy what to do. Mama got that face like, nah, this is my son.
Yeah.
Even though it says father of. He ain't, man, he drinking his coffee.
He there, but he ain't there. That's what we're saying. How you deceive them, that you know what they listening to and who's influencing him. That boy got a 2-parent house. You think he running the streets being wild? He ain't doing that. But he's portraying the look of all the rappers that are in this genre of music that came before him, and he's rapping in that same manner style. What's going to end up finding him? That evil spirit that comes with the music.
So you already lost a brother to that music.
That's right. Now go to that next video. This is what we got to realize too. These rappers damn lie, man. We're going to go through these videos quick. These rappers lie. Play that. Look at this. Watch this, y'all. Go ahead.
Actually smoke.
Right.
Do you always lie in your songs? Well, I was high all the time,
Back.
but
Make sure you
everybody
run it
else
back.
is
I wanna get what she asked him.
You don't actually smoke.
Right.
Do you always?
He don't smoke.
Well, I was high all the time, but everybody else was smoking around me.
Listen to that.
Is it true that you once asked Snoop Dogg to stop smoking on set?
Yeah. He said, let me allow 50, just leave it.
No, it didn't work.
No, I asked him to chill, but he gonna do what he gonna do. He kept smoking. He gonna smoke anyway.
Do you think there's anyone who smokes more than Snoop?
Wiz Khalifa, maybe?
He's telling the truth. In your song In the Club, you write, you can find me in the club, bottle full of bub. Is the bottle actually full of bub?
When it first opened, yeah.
Is it not full of ginger ale?
Yeah, I've filled champagne bottles with ginger ale. Pausing. So, he's not drinking he's drinking ginger ale in the bottles.
Hey, that's that movie with Chris Rock back in the day.
CB4.
Yeah,
CB4.
CB9. Cell Block 9, yeah.
Cell Block 9,
yeah.
CB4.
CB4.
Yeah, so they are portraying something they not living at all. Lying to these kids. Let it play.
Technically, that song is also a lie. Are there any other tracks you lied in?
Yeah, this place that you said that.
All rap fans are looking.
And now that he was the 50 Cent and all them older heads, now they're CEOs. They're making movies. They're making, TV shows.
We're going to skip that, y'all.
They're hundreds of millions of dollars in profit, and they're worth all of this money. But these little Negroes ain't worth nothing.
No. Nothing at all, man. Go back on. Yeah, let's play that one. Y'all got to make sure y'all got that lineup right, because it don't look right. Go ahead, play it. Look in that group and play it, because that ain't right. Go ahead, play that one.
Free of Juice WRLD and Future.
For example, my freshman year, I ran into some Percocets my freshman year, 14, 15 years old, 13, 14, whatever the fuck they is.
He's a rapper.
I ran into some Percocets my freshman year. Niggas was calling me mom.
This young boy's dead because he overdosed on drugs.
Right.
Now he overdosed on pills when that pill phase was coming out. And y'all know who the leader of the pill phase was. It was a rapper named Future, Molly Percocet.
Yep.
Right? Now let's see what his story is behind it. Hit play.
My homie Clucks, right? 2 years later, 3 years later, Future dropped 56 Nights. By the way, Future is the GOAT. Future dropped 56 Nights. Niggas is hitting my phone like, you get all them perks from them Zans, like, because of some music. And like I said, I don't know if I said this earlier in here or in having a convo with somebody else, but hearing that music at such a young age, nigga, I was trying to sip lean in 6th grade.
When Future found out he had done this type of damage, he replied, oh shoot, how many other 6th graders did I influence to drink lean?
One of the first things that Juice WRLD told Future when they met up to make their 2018 record World on
was that Future had influenced him to try lean. Juice WRLD told Vulture.com that's the first thing I told him. He was just like, wow. He kind of apologized. Future later reacted to this situation in an interview with Rolling Stone magazine, saying, quote, when he told me that, I was like, oh, what have I done? It really bothered me. It bothered me a lot. More than I thought it would bother me when he told me that. How many other 6th graders did I influence to drink lean? This really messed me up for a minute. It's all I could think about. Like, damn, what have I done? What have I done to other people?
From the perspective of the rapper,
Now,
I can
pause it.
understand.
Now, do you think he changed? Do you think that brought him to the repentance, the sorrow of God, to repent unto God? No, he kept making the music. That boy ended up dying from an overdose from drugs because he was doing what he thought Future was doing in his music. Future don't rap or he don't smoke or drink at all. At all. Now, this is how I got them these young boys lost. Play that next video of looking at this boy that's just, this boy lost in the sauce. Y'all gotta have these videos lined up right, man. That's not right. Okay, there we go. All right, play that, man. Look at how lost these kids are falling after these lies. Go ahead.
How can we make Chicago a better place?
Can't. This shit fucked up. Yeah, that's how. If you what you could do for now is just mind your business and just that's it. Just stay in your own lane. That's all you could do. But it's fucked up. I ain't this shit fucked up. You just gotta get the fuck on. If you can move, go ahead and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know. You aspire to move one day. Once you
move.
No, I ain't ducking my shit.
But he ain't leaving though.
I love the rap. I'll move one day though, but not right now. Yeah. I got shit going on.
That's why I say once you develop yourself as the superstar rapper you becoming, you'll be ready to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't there yet though. We talking about the future though. Yeah, one day. That's it right now.
Where you see yourself 5 years from now, bro?
Rich as fuck.
That's sad, man. That's what this music has done to these boys. That boy look lost, zoned out, no hope. There ain't no hope here. Now play the next video. This is one of the guy that Lil Durk got locked up for, right? Go ahead. Quando Rondo's his name.
Bro, Pap. He actually died in your arms.
Did that happen to my right hand, man?
Pause it real quick. I want y'all to listen to how this boy sound. Listen to this, man. This is he got the look. He's making that music. Just look at how he sound. Man, he might be a genius, but damn it, this show ain't coming out his mouth.
That show don't sound like
it. Don't sound like it. Hit play.
It back in blood, y'all just don't know that's how it's supposed to be.
My beef is really mainly in the music industry. You could have did this. He could have did this. Your little partner could have did this. This the only thing about this life shit, my nigga. Ain't no rules. I might feel like I ain't shooting at that man hoe just cause I see her right here. You might feel like that. Big bro, you gotta live by no rules. Niggas commit an ass of crimes and wait till they go to jail to start praying. I ain't got no beef with nobody.
They said that you were the intended target in that situation.
All that shit you heard was cap. Nobody know what the fuck really going on, bro.
There you go.
Bro, Pat.
Look at that. That's how lost they are. No, they don't even know what's going on. They just making music and, oh man, I'm offended. I'm Great Killer City. No, nobody know what's going on. It is out of control. Why is it out of control? Because Satan's behind it. Give me that in Psalms 51, verse 20. It's bigger than Lil Durk, man. We are lost as a people, and Satan has got a battery in the generation that comes back, and he's killing them wholesale, man. It's 51 and 20. Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah. I said Psalms, didn't I? Isaiah 51, verse 20.
Isaiah chapter 51 and verse 20.
Here's the point. Let's read it.
Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets.
Fainted means they not even conscious of what's going on. They are just shells and their body is just standing there, but the spirit is gone. They fainted. They don't know what the hell is going on. As he said, you see one boy staring up into at the roof like, man, this place is terrible. You got to leave. You can leave. You can't make it here. People just killing each other. You gonna leave? Nah, I love this. I love the rack. It be busting. They fainted. They ain't even thinking logically in their mind no more. This dude right here, you hear how he sound? He's like, man, don't nobody know what's going on. They have fainted at the head of all the streets. Read.
As a wild bull in a net. They are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of thy God.
All of that, what we see is judgment, man. That is judgment after judgment after judgment of having kids in a fatherless home, man. Of us not keeping the commandments. Here's the proof of it that is judgment for God of our kids being lost. Hosea 4:6. Here's the proof of it. Hosea chapter 4, verse 6.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
That's the knowledge of God's law. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Who is it that rejected knowledge? It wasn't the little kids. Remember when we came out of Egypt in the wilderness and was on the way to the promised land, it wasn't the little kids that rejected the knowledge.
Right.
They didn't know no better. It was the parents that said, I ain't doing what God told me to do.
Yep.
To hell with that. I'm rejecting knowledge. We have parents of this generation that have rejected the law of God when they heard it from the Israelites. Not my Jesus. I ain't doing that. And they had kids at home that was on the streets in gangs and rejected the knowledge of God when it came to them. Keep reading.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
Read.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
They are full of the rebuke of the Lord, the fury of God. They full of it because the parents said, man, I ain't trying to hear that about it. I'm going to do it my own way, man. Y'all stay over there. We're going to have to agree to disagree. God said, okay, you're going to reject knowledge, judgment coming upon your kids. And that's what we see coming through this music, man. It's bigger than Dirk. The music, okay, that is an outlier of what is actually going on in the neighborhoods. They're just putting it in their music, and they're not using similitudes to describe what is going on. They are very direct in the music. They say he got caught. His name, he got shot, he dead. They're very direct with it. This is what's going on in the hood because we rejected the knowledge of God as parents. And now our kids are wild bulls in a net. Ain't got no fathers to tell them what's wrong. But when here's the proof that we reject knowledge, even when it comes past your kids' ears, they've learned to reject the knowledge because you rejected it as a parent. Play that next video of the guy named Wallow trying to warn this guy named Lil Durk. Play that video.
You understand? My situation was different than y'all. When I went to the penitentiary, did the 20, I was caught. I was living my life. So I try to tell you young niggas, tell y'all my story so y'all can learn my story, don't live my story. But I understand. Trust me, I understand what's going on. And I understand how certain shit got to go. But you got to try to plan it out. Even if some of y'all, listen, we going to be real, man. I got it. And I got to say this. Because some of y'all in this room, y'all might not see next year. Y'all might not see next week. And niggas ain't saying that to y'all because a lot of y'all niggas ain't got no fathers and none of that shit.
There we go.
My position is here and here or some shit like, damn. I fuck with you, young nigga. Because when I was young, ain't too many niggas give me the game. And I know you niggas ain't got no dads out here. He happy a grown-ass man and he happy that his dad back. Grown. He like, damn, because he missed that shit. And I know a lot of niggas that gave y'all game, they gave y'all game that was beneficial to them and it wasn't beneficial to y'all. And it put you in a fucked up position in life.
Pause it. He said they gave y'all knowledge of wickedness. Give me that in Sirach chapter 19. 19 and 22. They gave y'all knowledge of wickedness that wasn't beneficial to you all as life. They had these little kids that had no fathers at home moving their drugs, teaching them the ways of the street, teaching them evil. Sirach 19 verse 22, look what God say.
Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 19 verse 22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom.
And that's all our kids have learned. We've learned the knowledge of wickedness. We have not learned the knowledge of God. That's why we are destroyed for the lack thereof.
Exactly
The kids have been forgotten by God because the parents said, I ain't teaching them nothing. And if I do teach them something, it's going to be knowledge of wickedness. God said the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Read on.
Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence.
It's not wise to listen to that and take it to your life. I know how to move this. I know how to move this way. I know how to be slick with this. I know how to kill somebody and not get caught. I know how to dump a body in this and not be there. No, it's bigger than Lil Durk, man. We got problems in the spirit. Sirach 19:19.
Sirach chapter 19, verse 19.
Here's the knowledge that is wisdom. Read.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of
the
life.
Knowledge of the commandments is what we are supposed to have. What our young boys should be learning instead of the words in a damn gang music song. That come from the parents. We ain't doing. Our parents. We have left off from following God, and it has destroyed our children. Keep reading.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please Him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality.
Our kids ain't receiving that when they die. They not doing that. They are being condemned to eternal damnation because we ain't teaching them the knowledge that they supposed to know, the commandments of God. Therefore, God is judging us as a nation, and we see it. Go back to that video. Let's play it.
Y'all seen niggas, treat your mommy like a sucker. So y'all got a lot of shit and it's a disconnect from the older black man, and y'all just been disappointed your whole life. But for you niggas in here, who big brothers, who stepdads, who OGs is in prison I try to be my best to do it for y'all and get y'all a righteous game. And this coming from a nigga that's out here winning on legit. This is the first time in my life. First time in my life.
Talk to him, nigga.
You understand?
All right, let's stop it. So he didn't take heed to the warning of he told him, leave his stuff alone. Go to the next video. That's what it is. We grew up without fathers. Fathers ain't home. Parents rejected the knowledge of God. Go ahead.
Hey, but the thing is, with that last video, the imagery is key, though. Right? Yeah, he talking all that yin yang and father.
Pull up that video again just so you can see it. Look at the background.
Pull it back up so they can see it.
Come on. You understand? My situation.
You ain't got to pause it.
Yeah.
We just want to see the whole room.
The whole room.
You understand? My situation was different than y'all. When I went to the penitentiary.
It ain't on the screen. When everybody, Come on, man. Right there.
We go.
Bring that up. Although he's talking some good stuff, right? Chill out, stop all the drill rap. You see all the people listening to him, right? But what everybody's going to focus on is all of that money and jewelry that's right on the table. They're not going to hear nothing Rollo, whatever his name is, talking about. They're going to say, yeah, I hear all that, but damn, bro, I want that money. I want to get out of this place. I want to get out of Miami. I want to get out, man. If I had that, I will go. That's what they're going to think about. That's why all the kids are doing this. They know they are jeoparding their lives. They know that they're not going to make it. But at the wish or the hopes to getting that money, that jewelry that's on top of it, and all them chains that's on everybody there, they will literally
risk their life.
They will risk their life for it. Whether get rich or die trying.
Yep.
They will. Who said that? Get rich. That was
50 Cent. Yep. He lied to him.
He lied to him.
He lied to him. Play that next video and look at what this same man said to him. No, it's the same Wallow guy. You gotta run it back. Make sure let's run it all the way back. Unmute all the channels on the computer.
I forgave my brother's killer. My brother died in my grandma's arms. In that fucking house. He ran to the house. He died in Nanny Hug when she opened the door. So I'm telling you, there's some real shit, man. If I ain't let that shit go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. I had to let that shit go. When I let that shit go, nigga, I started to grow. It was hard in the motherfucker, man. And I'm talking about this my big brother, nigga. I shared the cell with him. I shared the bed with him when we was fucking kids. You ain't never get a chance to get another fucking life, man. You never got a shot. I hope y'all make it the fuck out, man.
It's so crazy. This motherfucker really dropping tears for this shit. Like, shit for real.
Cap.
He ain't even
Not the cat.
Nah, whatever. Yeah, all right, we hear you. And he went and did what he did. Judgment came for him, man. So that just goes into, man, we got bigger problem. Ain't really the music, man. We ain't got no father in the home. We rejecting the knowledge of God. Go to that video by Trevor Noah. He's going to.
It's the expression of the trauma. So the music is reflecting what they are living in the neighborhoods that they are in, because ain't no law of God there. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. And we're gonna go back to this video.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, you children of Israel, for the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
Read.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
Where?
No knowledge of God in the land.
In the land, in the neighborhood, it ain't no knowledge of God. Therefore, we are killing one another. And what else are we doing? Read verse 2.
By swearing.
We swearing because God ain't in the neighborhoods. Read.
And lying.
We lying.
And killing.
Killing.
And stealing.
And stealing.
And committing adultery.
We doing all of this.
They break out. And blood touches blood.
Murder, because the law of God is being rejected in the neighborhoods. It's bigger than Lil Durk music. It's you rejecting the knowledge of God when the Israelites show up on the corner.
Right.
And you just ride by. You don't want no fly. You ain't trying to hear that. Turning up the music so you can't hear the word of God. Therefore, in your neighborhood, in the land that you in, God said it's going to be swearing, it's going to be lying, it's going to be killing. And what you're going to hear from the music is what's going on in the neighborhoods because you continue to reject God. That's what's happening. So you can blame the music and whatever's happened with Lil Durk and all of his stuff. They're just insinuating and pushing it even more, making it more mainstream, pushing the people that may not be living that life. But somewhere in the land or the Israelites where we dwell in the hoods, that stuff is going on.
Remember you said that when we came out of Egypt, it wasn't the kids that was the problem. It was the grown folks. That was. Read verse 6.
Verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
They have rejected the commandments of the Lord. Read.
I will also reject thee.
Read.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
Read.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
We have forgotten the laws of our God. But watch this last part. Read.
I will also forget thy children.
So God says, since you grown people have forgotten me and forgotten my commandments, therefore I'm going to forget you and I'm going to forget your little bad kids.
Yep. And it's going to be a lot of swearing, lying, killing, stealing, and committing adultery in your land. Now watch this, because this is for those that think, oh, it's going to get better. Verse 7.
Verse 7. As they were increased.
You keep having more kids, right? More and more you increased in the hood. Go ahead.
So they sinned against me.
The more and more you're going to keep sinning. It's going to get worse. It ain't going to change is what God's saying. There ain't going to be no better generation. The more you increase as a people, oh, one of these generations is going to get better. No, it's not. No. It's going to get worse. As much as we keep rejecting God, it's going to get worse the more kids we have. They ain't going to get no better, God's saying. Keep reading.
Therefore, will I change their glory into shame?
All that music that we can make that sounds so good, God said, I'm going to make it shameful. What is he doing? It's being made a shame in front of all the world. That's Murder right. For hire from the drill music. Oh, yeah, that glory. You can put words together and rhyme like no other people. It's going to be a shame to you as a nation. Go back to the video.
Hey, read Hosea chapter 4, verse 8. The next verse that Cap was reading. Right. That's it right there.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 8. They eat up the sin of my people, and they set their heart on their iniquity.
That's all they do. They profit of the way we are. They love it. No matter how much videos they put out, a documentary, they love that thing. The documentary is making money off our
right.
iniquity.
Right, good point. Now, and not to justify the rappers and saying we just pointing out it's bigger than Dirk. You got problems in where we live at, spiritual problems as a people.
Right.
But does that justify you speaking, making a reality, profiting off of it? Matthew chapter 12, verse 36. Matthew 12, verse 36. Let's read that for the people.
Matthew chapter 12 and verse 36. Verse 36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak,
even if it is in your neighborhood and you see it, you're not speaking against it as if you are opposed to it. You are speaking as if you're in agreement with it. Right. God said every idle word that you speak, read on.
They shall give account thereof in the day of judgment.
Give me that in the book of Romans. It just popped up in my mind. Book of Romans chapter 1. You're not speaking out against it. No, you ain't off the hook either. Yeah, we got spiritual problems, but you ain't opposing it. No, you agree with it. Right. Romans chapter 1, last verse 32.
Romans chapter 1, verse 32. Who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same.
You're not only doing the same as as the life that's being lived in the hood. Read on.
But have pleasure in them that do them.
They in your clique. They roll with you. You cool with the hood drug dealers. You roll with them. You know them. You good in the hood. You got a pass. You ain't got to check in with nobody. God said every idle word that come out of your mouth, although it's like that, you in agreement with it.
Right.
You are the cause for it. God said judgment coming for your way on judgment day as well.
You know how it's an excuse, because when you read about it in the scripture, right, all through our history, there's been the same violence from our people, from our countrymen, all of that stuff. Why in Matthew chapter 23, Christ talk about they killed the prophets, right? But you don't see Christ saying, well, it's just how it is. You know? No, he's saying you evil and wicked, you hypocrites, X, Y, and Z. Paul even said that he was, shipwrecked and he was robbed from his countrymen. He was stoned to death. But the mass majority of the New Testament is Paul saying change. So we've always been in this condition since we left off of God's commandments. But you never see in the Bible where God is cool with you drill rap or hating your brother. Hell, Leviticus chapter 5 and 1, the laws come out to say, if you see evil, you must tell somebody.
There you go.
So where's this excuse to say, well, that's just our reality? How about you change your reality with the word of God?
There you go. Applying these commandments. Good point. Go to that next video of he's a rapper. He's a positive rapper, though. You probably ain't never even seen him. His name's D1. You ain't never even heard of him because he got positive music that goes against what he sees with the violence. You probably ain't never heard of him. Look what he says.
A lot of little kids' favorite rapper just got arrested for murder for hire. And I hope y'all ain't shocked. This is just a regular day in hip-hop. To all the labels who market and promote this type of music, you stupid fools. You allow this to become mainstream. And you won't even let your own kids listen to it, but you'll push it on our kids, you heard me? You ain't slick. To all the fans who egged this type of beef on for years, you got blood on your hands today.
There you go.
Because you ain't worried about Lil Durk. Your life goes on. You somewhere watching football while he's sitting in jail. This is just entertainment to you. To all the media who try to tell D1, man, you just hate, man, you just clout chasing. This is just entertainment. Man, shut up, man. Y'all know better. Lil Dirk murder arrest shows drill rap is a dead end. No, you think? Wait, if we rap about killing each other and exterminating each other and sliding on our ops and then living the lifestyle to back up the music we making, you think it's going to actually end bad for anybody? Bruh. And to some of you older rappers,
there we go. He hit it right on the head, though, because people in the comments that listen to it, when you give it a view, when you comment on it, when you buy the music, you are egging on the beef that's between the people. You're encouraging them to keep on making it because they see profit behind the evil that they are speaking. Blood is on your hands as well. Judgment gonna come for everybody that's tied to it. That's why God said you better separate yourself from the wicked, because it is bigger than Lil Durk. It's gonna be judgment for that stuff that's coming. And another way that is bigger than Lil Durk as well. Look where this happened. Ain't nobody paying attention to what's going on in the world. Pull up that next video, next article. Pull it up. Read it.
Are we heading towards World War III?
Drop that little blue thing. Click the X on the right. Yeah.
Read up what's underneath it.
Threat of major conflict between nation states looms in the Middle East, Indo-Pacific, and Europe.
Go to the next article. This is bigger than Lil Durk, man. This stuff is, we got problems in the hood, But all the Satan's attention is to make you focus on evil and what's going on instead of looking at the signs of the times, as Christ said. Give me that in Matthew 16. Matthew 16, verse 1. It's bigger than him, man. This is nothing but distractions to keep us. Satan put this in front and put it on mainstream media so we can focus on that. Read that for him.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 1. The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he should show them a sign from heaven.
Read on. Look what Christ said.
He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. Oh, ye hypocrites! You can discern the face of the sky.
We know everything that's going on in the world. We know all of that evil stuff right there with that young man and the music and all of that behind it. We know that stuff, but we ain't dealing with the root problem. Read on.
But can you not discern the signs of the times?
But we don't know nothing about the signs of the times. We got countries that are banding together. And look, pull up that next article of how drastic it is of the signs of the times that we supposed to be paying attention to. Pull it up. Read it.
NATO declares support for Israel.
NATO, that's many countries. The National Atlantic Treaty. Go ahead.
Support for Israel in potential Iran conflict. Warns against support for Tehran.
The whole NATO done drew sides of where they're going to stand when World War III comes. You think our black folk in the hood that's worried about Lil Durk know that?
Hell no.
They ain't even seen that at all. Huh? Who? Tehran? Iran? Where's that at? I ain't running nowhere. I ain't Iran. Nigga, I ain't running from nobody.
They went from Diddy to Lil Durk.
There you go. That's what Satan's job is. Keep you distracted from the signs of the times. Go to the next article or the next video and look and just pull it up and we're going to read it. Just pull it up for us. Drop us and let's read that real quick.
Breaking. Israel launches retaliatory attacks in Iran after months of continuous attacks.
Israel, they didn't attack a fashion of terrorists, Hezbollah or the other ones that they got. No, there's a whole country that they are attacking now. When you shooting off rockets at another country,
right?
Damn it, that mean war.
Yep,
exactly right. And they, like you said, they're not shooting at a Hezbollah. Some little side piece with with
Osama bin Laden,
with rockets from the 1980s. No, you shot at a country that has nukes.
Yeah, go to that next article and look what's going on. This bigger than this, man. We got to pay attention to the signs of the times. Pull it up. Look what Russia said. At the bottom. Okay. No. You can back out. I'm going to show y'all something. You ain't paying attention. Hit back. Y'all see? Right there. There you go. Read that. I'll pull it up.
Reuters. Russia tells Israel to not even consider attacking Iranian nuclear facilities.
And fighting words right there. Don't cross this gun line, boss.
I mean, think about it.
Don't even think about it. I'll tell you that right now. You destroy that, we coming for you. Now go to the next one and look what is going on. Look what happened in what we call the Middle East. Read that.
The Times of Israel. Saudi Arabia condemns Israeli strikes on Iran as violation of its sovereignty.
Of what?
Its sovereignty.
Now check this out. The Saudi Arabia, those are the Arabians, the Ishmaelites of the Bible. Iran is the Persians, the Carmanians in the Bible. Go to the script. Let's see what's happening right before our eyes. Second Ezra is what we want. 15, and I think it's around 30 or so. 29. Let's read it.
Second Ezra, chapter 15, verse 29. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia.
Of where?
Of Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. We read them in the Bible, y'all. Read.
Shall come out with many chariots.
That's their tanks and their weapons of war.
And the multitudes of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth. That all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
And what are they going to do? What are the Arabians? What are the Ishmaelites going to do? Read.
Also, the Carmanians.
The Iranians. Iran.
Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them.
They gonna do what?
Join battle with them.
Hey, what they did is a attack on their sovereignty. We condemn what Israel has done. Read on.
And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians.
The Assyrians is the land of Israel in the Bible. Go ahead.
And
Prophetically speaking, go ahead.
And then shall the dragons have the upper hand.
Them Arabians, go ahead.
Remembering their nature.
They gonna remember that, man, we'll die for this. We'll die for our God. They already done bombed the temples of Muslims all over in Lebanon, in Gaza, and they probably on their way to doing it in Iran as well. Go ahead.
Right, because in Iran, they started bombing banks, their financial institutions, right? That's not a military target, but they went to the source of money. Boom, boom, they start hitting banks.
There you go. Read that again, verse 31.
Verse 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature.
They're going to have the upper hand when the Arabians join with the Iranians. God said that's the beginning of them having the upper hand and remembering their nature. But we too damn busy worried about Lil Durk, man. We ain't even addressing the problems that we got in our own community, in our land, that got our kids being killed. God letting them die off. Now, here's the proof. Jump back up into verse 24. That we worried about the damn rapper and the money and envy and sinners. We ain't addressed the problems that we got with amongst ourselves in where we live at. Verse 24. And look what God said he gonna do.
2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord.
So for those that don't understand, sin is not keeping the commandments of God. That's why he said it. Verse 24. Read on.
I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him.
God knows what's going on in them neighborhoods behind them closed doors. And what's going on in them neighborhoods behind them closed doors and on them streets at dark is spilling out into the music of them youth. They ain't sugarcoating it no more. They telling you exactly what they doing. It's in gang music that they call drill music now. Read on.
And therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction.
Read on.
For now are the plagues come upon this whole earth, and ye shall remain in them.
If we don't get our life right and obey the commandments of God and go and turn back to his knowledge, these plagues that are on the whole earth, he said, I'm going to leave you in them. You're going to be destroyed in those things. Read on.
For God shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him.
That's bigger than Lil Durk, man. At the end of the day, we sinning against God, man. That ain't nothing but a distraction to keep us off of what we really need to work on as a people. It's keeping us distracted on what is coming, the signs of the times. That, man, the whole world thinks that we on the brink of World War III. Niggas is talking about free Lil Durk. Right. Come on, man. Damn. Crazy. We got to do better as a people, man. Got to do better. All right? So that's been our time here on Four Corners News. All praise to the Most High. Lord's will, life lasts. We'll be back on same time, same place next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So make sure that y'all donate, man, to the Booster Club at IUIC.fundraising at IsraelUnite.org. All right. Make a way for the prophets. All right. And also you can donate to IUIC Miami.
Yep. Make sure you donate PayPal, man. You know, this work got to go out. This word got to go out. Make sure you donate to IUIC.Miami at IsraelUnite.org. Help us out, man.
Help us out, man. I know y'all like them little close-ups we got, man.
Hey.
Trying to upgrade. We need another camera up in this place, man. Help us out, man. Come on now. Come on now, dog. All right. So, hey, with that, Israel, we say shalom.